Hello, I'm Chef Vivien, French chef. Today, duck with orange sauce, the typical French kitchen dish for the winter with orange, and usually around Christmas Day. So you can use this recipe for Christmas dinner, why not? In France, it's a really typical dish from the years from the 50s. And for this, we need a nice fresh duck, orange aromatic garnish, which is carrots and onion, some stock, strong stock, orange liquor, a bit of vinegar, a bit of sugar, and I really advise you a nice old pot to cook it. I already switch on my oven at 180 degrees Celsius, and we can start the recipe with the first cutting board, which will be for veggies and orange. Because first we need to cut some veggies, because this is a cooking process which is called in French braisé. Braisé seems to be like braise, so it's not open fire like what there is in the open fire, but it's cooked in a wet environment. That is why it will be this, and we will close it. And the wetness of the veggies will cook together with the duck and make that it won't be dry. So I just cut my carrot in big pieces, big sifflet like this, and put in my pot without fire. Onions the same, big pieces in the pot. The 2 cloves of garlic, I keep it to put inside the duck. And inside the duck we will also put half orange in pieces also. Like this. Okay, so I keep apart this cutting board. And now I take my duck. Your duck, you need to put it in your fridge, stay in fridge, without film, without paper, without nothing, in order to dry it a little bit, to dry the skin. For the duck, it's really important to take off. Here you need to remove this part, otherwise it will be bitter. I usually remove here and here. This little part will give a bitter taste if you let them. So this you can throw away. In the duck, we will put some salt. We will check our duck is clean, without earth, without liver, without nothing. Salt inside, pepper inside also. We will take off these wings. This part of the wing we can remove, this. And this we put in the pot as aromatic garnish also. If you have the neck, you put there also. Here we put garlic, we put thyme, if you have. You put some herbs that you like. I advise you thyme, 2-3 bay leaves, like this. Orange. Hop. Now, the idea is to close the ass of the duck. So, or you have a special thing to make haute couture, or I show you other system like this, or you have a kitchen needle, and if you don't have it, you just have string. I will show you with string, because usually people doesn't have a needle. So you take the ass of the chicken, you put it like this, you take your string, and you close the first time here. 1, 2, close, and fix it. Okay. Now you can take the leg as well, and you put them together. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up, you validate, you fix it, and that's all. So here you have a nice form. The same for here, but here I saw that my duck have a big, they let the skin of the neck. But I don't need the skin of the neck. So I will cut it and keep it, but because maybe I will time to make a little stuffed neck of duck. typical dish from Gascogne, so I will keep it. It's nice, so maybe I can do a little pâté from this. And here I will do the same. I will just put one string here to put together the wings and the duck very easily. So it's a homemade packing. In the school we learn other ones, but for this you need this. Now I have a nice duck bridé arranged for cooking. Now it's time to mix techniques. In France we will take this duck and put it here and put it in oven. But in Asia, little cuttings in order to release the fat and make a crispy skin. We need to learn every time from other culture. That is why I will do it. But take care that you don't have first to cut the string, of course, and second to cut all the skin and arrive till the meat. You don't have to cut the meat, just the superficial upper part of the skin, like this. And this will also help when you salt your duck to enter the salt inside the skin and inside the duck. Turn it, and the same here. Voila! A bit of pepper, but this is not obligation. If you like a bit bitter taste, you can put pepper now. If you don't like, you don't put now. We'll put later. Voila! And this we put in our aromatic garnish. Hop. And we go for the first cooking process. I will put a bit of duck fat duck, if you have, or if you don't have, just sunflower oil on top, but just a little bit. It's just to help for the roasting process. Oven, and we go for first cooking process, half an hour. Now it's time to make some zest of orange. Here I already did some one. I will show you how to make more, and I will show you this and how to make if you don't have this, which is called canneleur. If you don't have this, voilà, I make someone like this. If you don't have, you take a peeler, make some slice. Up, you try to remove some white part. You take off the white part. Voilà. Hop. You organize them like this. You put them in a row and you cut in a julienne. To be sincere, this is the best result than this one. But in my case, this I will blanch and put for dressing, and this I will put is bigger. It will release this taste more slowly. So I will put it in the sauce. This for the sauce, this for dressing. But okay, it's a detail. I have time to start in the same time my sauce. In a pan I put sugar, one part of sugar, one part of vinegar. In my case it's apple vinegar. It can be red wine vinegar. You start heating up till syrup, the consistence of syrup, and this we call it gastric. It's not a nice name, maybe gastric, because it's something acid. Finally, what the sauce, orange sauce, is a kind of the French sweet and sour sauce version. Sweet and sour, because this will give sweet and sour, because it's acid from vinegar and sugar, it's sweet. Now we need to make fresh orange juice. I have this more than 50 years old press for orange. Of course, before press, you help your orange to release juice, and we take the juice. Finally, with orange, we make three things with orange. We make a juice, fresh juice. We make zest, and we make suprême. I will show you after. It's a piece of meat of orange without any skin. We call it suprême or segment. If you have a store where you can buy make yourself fresh orange juice, feel free to do it, because it will help you and you will save time. Or buy 1 liter, you drink 200 milliliters, 300 milliliters, and the rest for the recipe. Now our gastrics start to be okay because of the sound, because of the shiny and consistency, but I want a little bit more reduced. One more orange juice. I will do once again with lines, because I forget that my orange with lines was for... So the juice, the zest, the segment and the slice for presentation. Now it's time to deglaze. Now it's starting to caramelize a little bit. You see it's a kind of gold color, very light gold color. It's the exact moment to deglaze with orange juice. But take care, keep a little part, like a 3 tablespoon of orange juice here, that you will add at the final of the recipe, at the really end of the recipe, to give freshness to your dish. So don't put all. Up. And we reduce. That's the typical sauce by reduction, like Bordelaise sauce, like orange sauce. And for duck, we have also the version with cherries, sauce bigarade. It's with sherry, with sherry juice, cherries. It's the same technique. Now we add this big skin of orange to give more taste. For the classic dressing, we have half slice of orange cannoli with this nice roll. Cut your orange in two, and after make nice slices, like around 2 millimeters, to put all around your dish for serving your full whole duck with orange. So I show you how to make zest, I show you to make juice, I show you to make nice slices, and now I show you how to make pelé à cru, so skin off, and segment with no one skin, even no white skin, internal white skin. So for this, we cut till the meat, and after, like a rugby ball, or like an egg, you follow. You need a real sharp knife for this. The two skin, the skin and the white skin. Now you have a nice orange without skin, quite. And now we cut every segment between every little fine skin. Here, up, here, up. This juice I don't throw away, zero waste. I add to my sauce. In France, we have two main other recipes for duck, like this kind of process, like braised type of cooking. It's with olives and with turnips. Orange, olives, and turnips. The three typical French. After, in the summer, we have with sherry, as I told you. And this could be the 4 main recipes for whole duck in France. So here we have our nice segment and nice slices. This is a brown stock, brown beef stock. You can do it yourself. I will explain you after how to do it. You can do it from chicken bones also, chicken carcass, or the previous duck that we did. You make this kind of stock with the previous duck that you roast the last time. You frozen it and you use it for this duck. So here I put this, and once again, this will have to reduce. After half an hour, the chicken must have released this bit of fat. Yes, perfect. As you see, it's not cooked at all, but it's hot. It will start to release this fat. It's exactly what we want. So now, time to remove the lid. And we come back to the oven for 25 minutes, around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depend of your oven, depend on the size of your duck. Before putting back to the oven, it's time to add a little glass of water, a little glass of Madeira, a little glass of white wine, something, not strong alcohol, just something to add some steam in your oven and to avoid that the veggies will burn. As I told you, around 20 minutes, I think for my big duck it will be around one more half an hour at 180, 190 degrees Celsius. Now we will prepare our little zest for dressing. We need to blanch them 3 times. For this, we put them in a cold pan, we put cold water, just a bit of cold water, and we bring to boil. When it's boiling, I filter through strainer, bring back to the pan, come back to add cold water. I do this second time and I will do a third time, so 3 times. Why? It's in order to remove all strong bitter taste. To have a side dish, I just put some crushed potato in oven. After the third time blanched, the skin orange, I put a bit of water once again, a bit of sugar, and I make little skin confit. I have time. I have 15 minutes remaining for roasting duck. After will be rest of the duck. After will be finish the sauce. So there is time to do this. So we do it. Little details every time make difference between good kitchen and excellent kitchen. When it's boiling, you put less fire. You gentle simmering and slowly confit. And you wait until it's tender, really tender and really shiny. It's for decoration. We use this technique also for dessert with orange, but you can use also this technique for a little sweetness in your dish and a little detail. Sometimes you take your duck from the oven and you put some liquid on the top to make a nice golden brown. And we come back to the oven. It's possible that your stock won't be enough thick, so that is why even after you reduce a long time, you don't have a thick sauce. For this, I will show you how to thicken the sauce. Cold water, cornstarch, you mix, and this we should add little by little in a boiling sauce, in a boiling liquid. If it's your stock, in your stock. If it's already your sauce, in your sauce. Here is my sauce, it's not thick enough. Even after she will reduce once again because we will put in a pot. But I know it's not enough, so I make it boiling. Every time you mix before your cornstarch must be mixed just before you put in a boiling liquid. A bit of this. And now I check my sauce. It's a bit more thick, not enough. So a bit more, but not too much because it will reduce once again in the pot. So I will let it like half thick, like this. It stay a little bit on the spoon, but not like a bechamel. Nice caramelization of the duck. I add some stock on the top. Now it's time to check. It's time to check the duck. Inside the duck, is it cooked or not? Here I have a grid and dish to make it rest. Here inside the leg. 1, 2, 3. You can take a fine knife. You count till 10 seconds. It's hot. There is not blood exit from the duck, so it's cooked. Take it by the ass and store in your grid. Take some foil, cover your duck and keep it in a warm zone, warm place. Take care with this pan because it's exit from the oven. What we need to do now is to remove the main amount of fat. Just the fat. And this you roast it a little bit more. It's time for alcohol. Whoop. This is called flambe. And now in this nice fond de braisage, what is called in France, fond de braisage, the place where I've been roasted something with an aromatic garnier, it's called fond de braisage. And here we add our preparation, our already prepared sauce, to take all the tastes which are remaining here. Kind of deglaze. And we take all the taste from the pan. It will be a little bit darker. It smells fantastic, believe me. Voilà. Now you need to count about 20 minutes in a low fire to make osmosis of all taste. It's also 20 minutes for this to have a rest and to bring back all the blood or all the juice inside the meat, and after to make the dressing. After 20 minutes the duck is rest and the sauce is ready. It's time to filter the sauce through a Chinese strainer, enfin chinois in French. You can use fine strainer as well. This recipe, it's a really, like we say, old-fashioned recipe, but every time does his effect, his nice effect. This we can remove because if you want to add some butter to finish the sauce, if you want, sometimes it's not necessary, you don't have to whisk it because you will make clear sauce and it won't be nice. So if you put butter just like this. I will try the sauce. Wow. It's fantastic. I will not put some butter because it's enough round in the mouth. I will just put, once again, fresh juice just before serve. Some drops, like this. It's enough. And this we just keep warm. Now, if you have induction, you put at 1 or 2 in your on your induction. If you have gas stove, you put bain-marie, so you put boiling water, a big pan with hot water, and inside this big pan you put your little pan with your sauce. That's the old style, how to keep a sauce. It's time to make dressing, typical dressing. This, it's your choice. You can warm them in the sauce, or you can serve it cold. I prefer to have both versions. So let's some cold ones and some hot ones. Our rested but hot, still hot duck. As you see, it rests 20 minutes, but it's still hot. So don't be afraid, it will be cold, la la la. No, no. The meat must rest. It's still hot, no problem. We used to take it like this, by the neck and by the ass. You put on your wonderful dish, the best dish that you have. You don't forget, like me, to remove strings. Your hot orange near the duck, your segment with some sauce. On top your skin confit. It's a traditional way. We serve the sauce in a saucepan. And now on top I put my cold segment to really understand that it's a duck with orange. By the way, don't be afraid to do the same recipe with goose. It also works. And here we have a wonderful orange duck, typical classic French recipe from the school of kitchen school, what I learned when I was 17 years old. In the restaurant, the waiter cut it near your table in a guéridon and learn this. So he usually take a leg, take the wings, and after make aiguillette with a sharp knife from all the filet, all the breast, and serve for 4 people. Maybe this one 5-6 people if you have many starters, because it's Christmas and you had some many other dishes before. Now I will also make a dressing with in one dish, one plate, with some potatoes. And don't forget to put a like and subscribe to this channel.